Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 16th August of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for the evening. Let's talk about ROMs. So, as you might know, ROMs are files used to essentially upload old games. Usually games from the era of cartridges. And ROMs have been going through a tough time. So somewhere in the middle of July, we talked about two sites, Love ROMs and Love Retro, who have been sued by Nintendo. And we agreed that Nintendo was pretty much in the right there. They have all the right to be sued by Nintendo because, well, they were using copyrighted materials. On the other hand, we also agreed that it was sort of a nasty move by Nintendo. Let's call it nasty, because otherwise we would have to resort to swearing. And this story has today a continuation. One of the biggest emulator sites on the internet, EmuParadise, which is actually a site that has been going on for 18 years. And it was the site to go for emulators and ROMs to get any game you really wanted, especially the really hard to find ones, if not even laid out ancient games. If you wanted to play them, maybe show your children a bit of what you played when you were a child, or just show them a bit of gaming history. And as of today, well, actually, as of sometime in the past, about a week ago, on Wednesday, Mas J, who is the founder of EmuParadise, announced that all the ROMs, especially, or more precisely, all the links to the ROMs will not be available anymore. And he issued a statement corresponding to this. So, let's actually take a look at his statement. So let me just move my camera so you can see shit. Okay, let's put me right here. So let's read this. Many of you are aware that the situation with regards to emulation sites has been changing recently. What you probably don't know is that we at EmuParadise have been dealing with similar issues for all 18 years of our existence. From receiving threatening letters in the early days to our hosts suddenly shutting down our servers due to complaints, we've seen it all. We've always compiled with takedown requests, but as you can see, that is no guarantee of anything. I started EmuParadise 18 years ago because I never got to play many of these amazing retro games while growing up in India, and I wanted other people to be able to experience them. Over the years, many folks have joined in and contributed to this vision, and I think I can say that we've been successful in spreading our passion for retro games far and wide. Through the years, I worked tirelessly with the rest of the EmuParadise team to ensure that everyone could get their fix of retro gaming. We received thousands of emails from people telling us how happy they've been to rediscover and even share their childhood with the next generation in their families. We had emails from soldiers at war saying that the only way they got through their days was to be lost in the retro games that they played from when they were children. We've got emails from brothers who have lost their siblings to cancer and were able to find solace in playing the games they once did as children. There are countless stories like these. It's been a long and beautiful journey with many ups and downs. When I started EmuParadise, things could have gone either way. But right now, the direction they are going in could not be more than clear. So, where does this leave us? It's not worth it for us to risk potentially disastrous consequences. I cannot in good conscience risk the futures of our team members who have contributed to the site through the years. We run EmuParadise for the love of retro gaming and for you to be able to revisit those good times. Unfortunately, it's not possible right now to do so in a way that makes everyone happy and keeps us out of trouble. This is an extremely emotional decision for me after running this site for so many years. But I believe it is the right thing for us at this point of time. Thus, we have decided to make a new start. We will continue to be passionate retro gamers and will keep doing cool stuff around retro games. But you won't be able to get your games from here for now. Where we go with this is up to us and up to you. We'll still have our emulators database, the community, and everything that comes along with that. We have already made several plans of what is going to happen next. It's going to be a fun new beginning, and there's going to be lots to come. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments about what you think we should do. But for now, we need to make this change. We served the community for 18 glorious years, and it's been hell of a ride. But every end is a new beginning, and we're excited to find a way forward to continue being your #1 emulation destination. Thank you for supporting us through this journey. We could have not done so much without you visiting us, telling your friends about us, uploading screenshots and descriptions, telling us when something was wrong, letting us know when we messed up, and more. Thank you for being a part of our community and encouraging us through all these years. So, I think it's pretty visible that writing this has been a really, really emotional thing for Mass J. He poured his life into this website, has been doing it for 18 years, and when you do anything 18 years, you know you love it. And it's sad that we have to see the end of a chapter here. Hopefully it's not the end of the journey altogether. Hopefully EmuParadise can survive, and I'm hoping that they will be able to survive. The way they're planning to do it at the moment is through being the #1 provider of emulators that are up to date, are well working, etc. So if you're ever in need of an emulator for an old system, EmuParadise should be the place you visit, for sure. But there's another thing that we need to talk about here, and that is something called game preservation. And we talked about that to a degree during last July. This July actually. And what I proposed is creating an international organization that would get a copy of each and every single game. And that would be the place that stores games, that preserves them for the future generations. Because at this moment, we just don't have this thing. And there are such things for books, there are such things for movies. And I truly believe that gaming is a form of art. Some of it is really, really, really good in terms of its artistic value. Some of it is really shitty. But the same can be said for books, for movies, for TV series. Yet they still have their preservation services. Gaming is still lacking this. And it should really, really be created. So I'm probably going to soon make a petition asking for a creation of something like this. If you're watching this, I'm going to post the link probably tomorrow to this. So if you would be interested in something like that, be sure to keep an eye on that. I will be probably posting that on my private channel on either Kralizec Gaming or at Steemit at Kralizec. So if that is something you would like to be interested in, be sure to check that out tomorrow. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are a source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.